Was that you suffocating Jim? Oh, Jesus!
I'm picturing like a bird cage right now. No, I grabbed my fucking neck.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Something just grabbed my backpack. Yeah. You just moved that ball?
Is there anything inhuman down here?
I hear growling.
Yeah. And we are live. I'm Sean. That's Jim. And this is the after show presented by Get Haunted Paranormal Podcast Program. If you don't already know, this is a companion show to our latest YouTube release, that being The Haunting of the Jennie Wade House. Woo! We have been releasing all the videos now at 9 p.m. Tuesdays. Hello, everyone. Hello, Icy. Oh, Icy's always first. Stop. I'm trying to click it. Hello, Icy. There we go. So we've decided, and I think algorithmically we found our groove with 9 p.m. EST on Tuesdays for our YouTube investigations. So that's where we're kind of sticking for the time being. And that gives you guys plenty of time to watch it. You get Tuesday, Wednesday, and all day up until this point, Thursday. So that way we come here Thursday, 8 p.m. EST to talk with you all, hang out, and show you some clips, some things we want to talk about on the video. So,
And one thing, I apologize to anybody on Instagram right now. It did not launch correctly.
oh no, what does that mean? What's going on? Are we not like live on Instagram?
We're not live on Instagram. It says we're live, but I don't see it live. So.
Rip. Oh well.
Rip.
That's Mama Maurer always shows up live on Instagram, and now she's gonna be.
Well, she has our Facebook. She'll come.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. She's smart.
She's smart.
All right. So
as I message her.
A couple of housekeeping things with our scheduling. We mentioned that to 9 p.m. Tuesdays. We think that's good where the videos are going to sit. We do want to kind of give you a idea of what's to come as far as our videos coming out and releasing. Jim, you want to go over our current video schedules coming out in the next 2 weeks?
All right. So our next video is going to be next Tuesday at 9. It's going to be the podcast with Tim Benally. Did I say his name right?
It's Banal.
Sorry, Tim Banal. So we're
episode 13 of the Paranormal Nut Podcast.
And then following that,
let's talk about Tim Banal for a second. Give him his time being. So Tim Banal, host of Banal of America, The Revival, podcaster in the paranormal field, not just paranormal, everyday life stuff too, whatever he wants to talk about, has been doing podcasts since before podcasts were a thing. So it was really great to talk to him. That video comes out Tuesday, like we said, 9 p.m. And then Jim, I know you're excited about the next video that we got coming out because
yeah, that's my baby. I edited that one. The next video coming out after that is the Samuel L. Mansion, which is My Haunted Manor out in Columbia, Pennsylvania. We had great hunt, great evidence. Some of the best EVPs I've ever had, like doing paranormal investigating. It's just like this video. This is gonna be nonstop. Just it was hard. Like I had to cut some action out because I was like, the video can't be endless. So, but we will have I didn't cut it out. I put it in part 2. But yes, there will be a part 2 after that, of course. But
possibly a part 3. We'll see.
Possibly part 3.
It was a very active night.
We were there for what, 6 hours? I think 6 or 8 hours.
6 or 8 hours. It was pretty active all night. Trey and Jeff were with us. And if you
Yeah.
don't know the kind of setup for My Haunted Manor, they kind of man a control room, and if you hear or see something, they can pull it up on their screens. But they're investigators like us, so they couldn't stay behind the screen all night. So they came out and investigated with us, and they were great. It was a great time. We technically made their first premiere of season 2. It was a brief teaser, so hopefully we're in more of it. But
Yeah.
there's some spoilers on to come if you check that video out. Yeah. So that's what we got in the pipeline. We got a couple interviews and more hunts down the line. Everyone knows we'll be at
Mid Orange.
Mid Orange. We're gonna be at Mid Orange, and then Farmsworth.
Yeah, Farms. Yeah, Fall. I can't even say it. Farnsworth House. There.
Yeah. So,
Randy.
hello. Evening or night. I don't know. At what point does evening become night? I think 8 p.m. is fair enough to say. You can't say good night as a hello, though, I guess.
That's very true.
How's your night, maybe? I don't know. Just night, but say I don't know. All right. And we have one more piece of housekeeping news. So as you know, the after show is a bi-weekly show because we release ghost hunts every 2 weeks, or attempt to. There are some times when the docket's too dry, but we've been pretty good about it for the past 6 months, I think.
Yeah, we've been staying on top of the hunts pretty well.
Yeah. So we are doing on the after show off week. So next week we will be doing what we're calling Paranormal Rewind, which will be a rebroadcast of all of our old videos. Howdy Folks does work. I like Howdy Folks. It's good. Hi guys. Hey George. How's it going? And hello Chris. So Paranormal Rewind, for those of you who have not watched our older videos, they got lost in the YouTube algorithm. We're going to start from our first hunt as Paranormal Nut Together. That's going to be Sachs Bridge. So that's going to air. We'll be in chat, but the video will just take up the entire screen, and we'll chat with you guys. If it's something, hey bud, if it's something you guys haven't seen, it'll be there for you to watch. If you've already watched it, you can tune in if you want, chat with us, just to fill that time slot. And really what it is we don't want to be platform specific, so it's a way for us to port over the old YouTube videos to Facebook, give them another home in case, for whatever reason YouTube decides to delete all our videos, which you say it sounds crazy, but ask Paranormal Theory. That almost happened to them, and they did lose their channel for a day. They got it all back. But so we're just kind of trying to avoid that kind of situation while also giving our Facebook fans, a way to see all that stuff. You all ready to head back to Jennie Wade and scream like a girl again?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, so if you don't know what Chris is talking about, well, we're about to get into the videos, but we got pretty jumpy, and it was kind of weird, right? Because me and Jim aren't jumpy people. Hello, Waterhorse. Nice to see you on YouTube. Shout out to all the YouTube people. Like, comment, subscribe to do all that fun stuff. So me and Jim, we've been doing this. We've been doing Paranormal Nut together for the past year and a half. I think we missed our year anniversary. I wasn't paying attention.
I think it's in March. No.
Well, we were podcasting before that,
Yeah,
but I think our first investigation was in
true.
March, right?
Yeah.
Historians of the channel, check in. Yes, bring it on. Don't worry. We come with proof. We come with clips. We'll get there. Stay tuned. We got to save the juicy parts, though. So, like I was saying, me and Jim, pretty not scared. Like we'll get scared, but we're not jumpy. Like, oh, George. I knew I was forgetting something. Jim, do you have the Polaroid? Can you pull that up? We'll bring that. We'll put that in when.
No, I don't have it. We gave them the Polaroid.
No, I meant a digital copy so we can bring it up when we talk about everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Polaroid, man. Oh, George. So I know you're coming back in April. Who you're coming with? Jim and I don't know if Matt's confirmed yet, but Jim's going
He
back.
is.
Okay, Jim and Matt are coming with Get Haunted, and I'm wearing their merch right now. So if you're lurking in chat, so they're going to be poking around Gettysburg.
Don't mind me. I'm just getting the image.
Yeah. I had to change my name back because I promised my friend I wouldn't change to Ghostwater. Okay, fair enough. So George, funny story about that Polaroid. Technically, I may have promised it to the spirits of the house, and then I think you guys take it out of the house? I wonder if that's why it got corrupted and they were playing with it. Yeah, I figured Chris Lynn is. I figured I didn't want to, because it was a similar name. So I picked up what you're putting down. Yeah. So that's theirs. Apparently not yours. There was a point in the video, if you watch it, where I asked them, "Hey, if you do something for us, we'll give you something. I don't know what you'll give." And Jim was under Estes, and he goes, "Photo." So I think that photo might not be yours. Yeah. So I guess we'll take it back. Yeah. Sorry. I'm giving gifts away to too many people. It's still in my gear bag. Yeah. But so to go back to the thing where me and Jim aren't scared, I came up to a pretty, what I want to say, decent hypothesis on why the Jennie Wade House felt so oppressive that night to me and Jim. I think for some reason they were like judging us, and it didn't feel like they were mean spirited, but it almost felt like we were being very judged. And I don't know, hopefully they like at the end of the night, everything felt calm and collected and cool. So maybe they were cool with us by then. But early on, and that's when all the activity happened, it felt like we were being weighed and measured essentially. So, but the beginning of that night started off, and maybe Krista, you can kind of chime in. We have the chain swinging, which is very interesting, and I'm going to pull up that. Yes, pull it up. Get it back in the drawer when you get a chance. I know Jim's trying to get the Polaroid on here when he gets that. Hello, Kaylee. Again, people calling us boys. I don't know. I guess it's a term of endearment, but when I have back pain and knee problems, I don't feel like a boy.
You'll see how I labeled us in the next time.
Oh, of course, yeah. Jim's full on board. They have been moving around furniture and stuff in the house. So next time you're there, you can see how different it feels from last time. Good to know. Yeah, we'll definitely be back soon. The beginning started at B&G. Yeah, we did go to it's called Blue and Gold, right?
It'd be blue and gray.
Yeah, we may have we may have got some beers beforehand.
Damn right we did.
I had a beer, so maybe Jim may have had more. I try to not be too inebriated on hunts. I don't want my.
I let it just open up my third eye.
Yeah. So the beginning of the night kind of started something like this. So to set the stage, we're getting B-roll and setting up equipment, which is what we do on all hunts. We technically hadn't even really started investigating yet. So it starts off with me getting a picture of Jesus, which everyone loves. Oh, I cut out that part.
Oh, that's swinging.
Yeah. You did sit down, but that's a lot.
Not enough to shake it like that, dude.
And it definitely wasn't shaking when we walked up. Like, I have this all on camera. So I have another video here that we'll get into in a little bit where it shows kind of how much it swings when people come up and down and walk through. But George and Chrissy being here, tell me how much do you like that swing typically moves? Got to give Chris a shout out. Yeah. Shout out to Chris. Have we talked to Chris yet? I don't know.
Christy.
No, well, so Chris is their boss, I think. I don't know. But that's obviously Chris in the chat is Christy. But hello, Hellbent. You're new around here, I believe. Nice to meet you. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. So for those of you new to the kind of concept of the after show, this is the show after our hunt. We're kind of going over some clips and stuff. I do want to, again, ask the people familiar with the Jennie Wade House if that kind of level of chain swing is normal for moving around the house. Oh, I guess Hellbent is Helena. I'll have to check your stuff out. Yeah, Chris's boss lady. That's okay. We met Chris at the Gettysburg, the Warren Con in Gettysburg, I believe. And I know George was there. Morris, hey Rachel, and Joseph Moore. Nice to meet you, Joe. See all these people coming in. I like it. All the YouTube people showing up. For all the YouTube people who just kind of showed up, we'll show the chain swinging moment again. So we're setting up B-roll. Yeah, you did sit down, but like that's a lot.
Not enough to shake it like that, dude.
And it definitely wasn't shaking when we walked up. Like I have this all on camera.
If you look at it a little bit when it's playing, if you go back, it almost looks like it's getting tugged.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like it's not like it's sweet. Like you see how it like looks like something's.
And it definitely wasn't shaking when we walked up. Like I have this all.
Like it's almost bouncing instead of swinging.
Yeah, yeah. So you've seen it too, where the chain swings and it happens randomly. It's not like we're moving around because we. And here, this is the next clip I want to show. Well. So this is the next clip I want to show, which is we caught an EVP because I go investigate it and I like talk about the heat underneath it and all that stuff. So I'm looking at it and it's still kind of swinging. So the last two plays are enhanced, obviously, but if you can try to hear it in the first playthrough, it's very soft. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it without the enhancement.
I caught it with that, like when I was reviewing the footage, when Sean edited it. I caught it. I was like that. I was like, there's something there. I was like, and then I enhanced the audio. I was like, oh, yeah, there is something there.
If you look in the video, we do actually do that, and the problem is, as we're doing that, this is when this happens. Hey, Joe. Chain's barely swinging now, so it did stop. So we'll wait for Jim to walk up and see if it's swinging. No, it's kind of swinging.
You just call my name?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
I didn't call. I was talking about you. I said when you walk up the stairs, I want to see if this chain starts swinging more, and it does. A little bit, but...
It's not swinging at all.
It's not nearly as much.
It wasn't swinging.
It's not as much as it was. But it's still moving. What? I was pointed to you. What did you see?
It was like a white something figure just came up, dude.
Jeez. I mean, we have.
Oh, that just scared the fuck out of me, dude.
Well, are you sure? Hold up.
It wasn't a flashlight.
You sure? Because the
window.
window.
No, because it came from around here.
Was that you? Hello, Helena. This is my. Oh, okay. Awesome. I'll definitely Hauntingly Beautiful Adventures. I definitely feel like I don't know if I'm subscribed, but I definitely feel like I've heard of you. Yeah. So we do the debunking, and of course, the moment I turn the camera, Jim sees a full body apparition just around the corner, and we pull up the SLS that's in the corner facing that way. we don't see anything. We do catch.
He was so full of himself when he's like, "Yeah, I got that on camera, though."
Yeah. So there was one frame that's relatively interesting when I run up towards you.
What?
So it's hard to catch, and I don't know if this is just matrixing or whatever, but
What?
if you see it real quick, it looks like a figure of a small person underneath my foot right there, but it's iffy. It's something. Just somewhat noticeable.
What?
I can't get it the freeze frame, unfortunately. But yeah, that was so much raw emotion. Jim was shook. And from that point on in the investigation, everything seemed to be very judgmental. And we were all on edge until probably after the Estes and everything kind of cooled down. Hearts out for Helena. Rolling out to get back to the boss's birthday party. Tell Chris we said happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Our
Chris.
invitation must have gotten lost in the mail. That's fine. It happens. You know. I miss investigation. Yeah. There'll be like a week or 2 or 3 weeks where I go without investigating. I'm just like, I need to get back out there. And I don't know where exactly you're from, but if you're looking to investigate, I will shout out Get Haunted because this is presented by Get Haunted. You can check out their website. They're always hosting events all around, the general Northeast and Pennsylvania and Midwest a bit. So you can always look at that if you're looking to get out. Can't wait to start. Yeah, and Water Horse, we were talking the other night about some places that you could be doing. Hello, Lori. Nice to see you. And Rachel and Helena apparently going to start a paranormal team together. That'll be cool. I forced it. Now it's going to happen. All right. So the next one, I hate this mini view. The next one was very interesting because you hear 3 distinct knocks and no one reacts to it, which, normally. Yeah, we were talking about Penhurst. Yeah. Normally, if we hear something like 3 distinct knocks, that's something we investigate and try to debunk. But it was just crazy. Oh, you're from Finland. Okay, that might be a bit hard to investigate then. But my hubby's in the States, so I'll travel more at some point after he's out of the Marine Corps. Oh, thank you for your service. Oh, you're already on a paranormal. I assume with the Hauntingly Beautiful Adventure. But, there we go. So the next one, we hear these 3 distinct knocks, and we don't know what the source is. So pull that on stage. So the only thing is I do shift my weight, but obviously the old house, the Jennie Wade house, it moves, it creaks, but when you shift your weight, you'll get some like noise, but not 3 distinct knocks like that. And there was nothing that like me or Matt, and Jim was under Estes, so he didn't hear anything. But nothing that we all reacted to. So I thought that was very interesting.
He's got hammer toes. That's what happened. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm part of Paranormal Research Unit. That sounds familiar. Sean Haya is with Matt Benton Paranormal. Well, now I know. I'll have to check out all those teams. I really me and Jim kind of have been doing our own thing for a while, and we really need to get out there more and investigate with more people. Luckily, with the Get Haunted team, they've kind of definitely exposed us to a lot more people. But I'm always down to, hammer
collab.
I'm always down to collab, and even just we're always looking for podcast guests and stuff too, for people who are too far away. All right.
What's that called? There's a name for it where people can shift their bones, like their feet, and it can make knocking sound like it's coming like a ghost or something.
Arthritis? I don't know.
No, it was back in the spirit age. Those the famous sisters. That's what they when they came out and they said, "Oh, we're fakes," and they're like, "Yeah, it was just she can do the noise with her feet."
I have not seen Harrisville Haunting, I don't think. I mean, joint popping sounds like the thing. It would be, but like I can crack my knuckles. No, maybe not. I don't know. Ow, that hurts. You did get the photo, so I do want to show those for people who have not seen it. So, Jim and I started a few hunts ago taking one Polaroid for the site and taking another Polaroid for us, kind of as a memento every time we go somewhere. This was the photo that we left behind for the ghostly images who runs the the orphanage and the Jennie Wade House, and you can see George, Christy, Tom, me, Matt, and Jim. And obviously, we always put the Polaroids face down so they don't overexpose with light and things like that. This is really interesting because I did mention that we would take a photo for the spirits and leave it for them. And then I completely forgot about that. George and Christy take the photo for themselves, and Christy has it in her gear bag, and then it corrupts, and it's like, it's insane. It's very creepy. Okay, my husband made that document. Oh, if it's a documentary, I'll definitely look into it. Our next film is called Evil Unearthed. Ooh. You're good with titles. That's good. I like that. I need to write these down. Harrisville Haunting and Evil Unearthed. All right. So, and then probably the kingpin moment of the night is, well, this one right here. It's for those of you who haven't watched the video, you have to watch the video because it's hilarious. But I'm going to show it here, so you'll get spoiled slightly. Yeah. Go to a different part of the house.
What the fuck?
Oh, jeez. You scared me by being scared. Well, do you want us to go to a different part of the house?
What the fuck?
Oh, jeez. You scared me by being scared.
What happened? Something just grabbed my fucking hand.
I got unreasonably scared when you got scared, though. That was weird. Jumpy the whole night.
Jumpy, but... Oh yeah, no, I definitely it felt.
Maybe jumpy. Yeah, that fucking something just
And Matt is like, because he's zoned out and he's like focused on frame. So when he starts jumping, that's
felt like literally just like I was holding it there and I just felt like something just grabbed me real quick.
Well, I have a perfect shot on your hand, so if we see your hand twitch or something. Oh, okay, yeah, I do the replay here, and then I have the.
What the fuck?
Oh, jeez, you scared me by being scared.
What happened?
Everybody's just terrified.
Everybody just jumps.
This was almost the thumbnail, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, when it happened, it felt like a little kid grabbed my hand. It was strange. Like I felt it like a little bit of pressure, somebody just putting their hand over it, and just it's like, what the fuck?
It's about the Monroe House. We unearthed some pretty interesting things. Ooh, I am intrigued.
I found out the name of the thing I was looking for. It's called spirit wrapping. When people use their joints to crack and pop the fake sounds.
Oh. Yeah, you can't really, like you said, me and Jim aren't good actors, so we definitely can't fake emotion at all. Sorry, I need to go. Bye, everyone. Hope you have an awesome rest of the night. Thank you for coming in. Like, comment on the video on your way out if you could. We always like having new people and more paranormal people coming in and talking with. I'll definitely check out your stuff because it sounds very interesting. I'm glad I found your channel. I'm glad you found my channel too. Or our channel. I shouldn't say mine anymore.
Yeah, guy.
This one's for you, Jim.
Yeah, no, ever since I made a video about this a long time. Well, not a long time. How long did we do the farmhouse?
Probably 6 months, 7 months ago.
Yeah, so basically, as a kid, like we had a demon in the house in a childhood home, and ever since like that, it's always been just kind of like I've always kind of had like a spiritual connection. I can feel things. My mom can actually see things. So like when she's like we went to Penhurst and she
Oh,
came to
I love this story. Yep.
she came the one day like so we were there at the celebrity hunt at night, so we're like going through. She came during the con during the day, and like everybody's like trying to find something like investigation. And my mom's like, she's like, you guys are in the wrong area. The little girl's in the corner over here. And like they go over and they bring their equipment and it just starts going haywire. And and my mom would like point out the different points, and like every single time the equipment would just keep going off. It was wild.
His mom's good. She's like,
she is good.
And she'll never like make any like content or anything. And she's not like someone to go out there. She actually writes books. Like, we need to shill for your mom at least. I think.
Oh yeah.
We shill enough for everyone else. Why not shill for your mom?
Yeah.
But yeah. So she's like probably one of the most experienced psychics I've seen in action, essentially. But yeah,
besides your other friend's mother.
I don't want to like. I don't want to be that person to say one's better than the other, because psychic medium Katie Manning Hilton, for all of you those who don't know,
I am a piece of equipment.
Yeah, where
Sean, your mic. You're muted. It's not that. It's muted on like the actual program. There we go. Now unmuted on your actual mic. No, I Is it me? Hello, everyone. Sean is having technical difficulties. I will take over the rest of the show. All right. So as where were we? We were talking about psychic abilities and all that. But yeah, I've always had like sort of a connection to it. I can feel things. I go into different places. Yeah, I was assuming it was him. And I don't know. Like if you look at a lot of our investigations, I'm the one that's always getting grabbed, always getting pushed. Like we were at Penhurst and we were walking down in the Mayflower building. Literally, like something grabbed my backpack, and like I weigh 320 pounds, and I had a hard time pulling my backpack forward. And at first, I thought it was Sean like grabbing me. Like I look back, and I'm like, yeah, Sean. I was like, because I was like fiddling with my spirit box. Yeah, welcome back. I'm fiddling with my spirit box, and I'm not paying attention once, so I'm like thinking Sean grabbed me before I walk into somebody.
It was me.
And then I go to look back, and I was like, I catch Sean in front of me in the corner of my eye in front. I was like, oh shit! And I was like, oh my god, I just got grabbed by a ghost because there's nobody behind me.
I'm not sure if I'm psychic, but I do have ESPN, which is overpriced, in my personal opinion. Jim, I'm the same. I could tell that you had some sort of connection with the other side. Yeah. I mean, he's got that aura about him. That's why, like, I like having Jim, because all the spirits always grab him. It's kind of a theme in our channel. If you ever watched our highlights, or if you ever watched all of our videos. You
know what? Here, this is proof right here. I'm going to play our intro real quick. And if you notice, everything is me getting grabbed or pushed.
A demon?
Yeah.
Was that you suffocating Jim? Oh, Jesus!
I'm picturing like a bird cage right now.
No, I grabbed my fucking neck.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh! Something just grabbed my backpack. Yeah. You just moved that ball?
Is there anything inhuman down here?
I hear growling.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah. So it seems there's a dichotomy with how spirits want to interact. Spirits want to interact with Jim physically. They want to poke him, they want to pull him. It's like to knock things and make audio phenomena around me. And I don't know if that's just coincidence or if that's something related to something bigger. And
Yeah,
thank
you
you
do
for
get-
loving
you-
the
you-
compilation. Yeah, it's great. Music by Kevin McCauley. He's amazing.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Sean usually gets really good EVPs. As I just feel things a lot.
So I don't know. I am an audio learner. I don't know. I feel as though I pick things up quicker when I can match some sort of music tune or like rhythmic thing to it. But I don't know. That might be nothing. That might just be coincidence. And our sample size isn't really large enough to go from. But I have been flicked before. I'll say that. And at my haunted manor, and spoiler, I did get like flicked in the leg, and it was so weird. I'm like, what was even that? Because it wasn't scary, right? Like something just flicked me. I'm like, what? Okay, I think I just got flicked.
There's this thing my buddy usually does to me where did it feel like somebody need you a little bit? Like if they get you like right into the quad right there, that penis hurts so bad.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't. It was just a little flick, like almost like if you were to kind of like, I don't know, want to let someone know they're doing something wrong, but not like hurt them in any way.
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
So what about you guys in the chat? Have you guys what kind of paranormal experiences have you guys had?
Yes, and not only paranormal experiences you have, what is there a trend to the things that's happened to you? Because that's what I want to start asking people that more. I'm clairvoyant and clairaudient. Is that a thing? Is that what I am, Jim?
Clairaudient and yeah, sound.
I totally feel where Jared, our senses are off the charts. Yeah, I mean, that might be something I might be more attuned to, clairaudient, I guess. I wouldn't say I'm full on, but no, like the sounds around me are manifesting. Like I've had multiple bangs and bashes and knocks around me. Also there's a massive like beetle on my light. I thought it was a spider while we were playing the music, and I almost flipped out. Jim, you probably saw me flip out if you're paying attention. So if like something comes up from off screen to attack me, it's a giant beetle. It's not a spider though, so I'm like completely fine. Yeah. So anyone else? Joe, you haven't had much happen to you. I mean, I think that could probably be a good thing. I mean, how often do you go hunting? I suppose is the real question. Are you frequently going on huntings investigations at haunted locations, or are you more somebody who just kind of goes out every once in a while? I suppose. I started sleeping with cotton in my ear because I got loud voices while I'm trying to sleep. It wakes me up. That's interesting because if that helps, that means it's like physically coming, and it's not coming from here, right? It's coming from actually outside.
I think I might be clairaudient in I'm like thinking about it, my right ear. It's either that or I have tinnitus.
You probably have tinnitus. You were in the Navy. For some reason, it's like a guarantee.
Yeah, no, for some reason my right ear like randomly like it doesn't ring that long, but I will hear like a ring once in a while. And like, yeah, there's some people in the field say it could be like it's a spirit trying to communicate with you, but because I never hear it in my left ear, it's only my right ever.
You probably just have tinnitus.
Yeah, it's probably tinnitus. Heard it
I've had
downstairs.
Joe says he's had a soccer ball bounce down the hallway. We've had that soccer ball move in Adam's room, but bouncing, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting.
We had one instance where it's physical. It doesn't happen to me. I have something stuffed in them. Yeah, hey, listen, at least you can get like some noise canceling headphones and stuff. We had one instance at Penhurst when we were doing the overnight celebrity ghost hunt, which we didn't. Everyone was hanging out with the celebrities, and we were just like, we're gonna go where the celebrities aren't, so we can get more of the free space in the buildings. But we had a large crash and bang, and we investigated, and we couldn't figure out what the source was. After watching the video, after it's been completely edited and stuff, we noticed that there was a hunk of metal on the ground that we think fell off the ledge. And you go back when we were in there earlier, you saw it there, and then afterwards it was on the ground, and we just didn't catch it at the time. But hey, we love supporters, not a hunter. Listen, we're all hunters at heart. It's just what are you hunting for, right?
We all got that dog in us.
We all yeah. Yep. So yeah, I mean, that's interesting that you've had that happen and you're not actively seeking like paranormal like experiences. So
all right. My next thing, do you think ghosts are attached to people or places? And this is for the people.
For the people. Yeah, I've spoke on this a bunch of times, so I'd like to get other opinions. I've experienced disembodied voices, apparitions where I lived by myself. That's always creepy. Yeah, when it's in your house that you live in, it's always just worse. I just got off work, people.
I agree with you. Oh, sorry. You can click it.
All right. I click.
I agree with you too. I think it's both as well. I think for me, I think a lot of like the demonic kind of things that happen, I think it's attached to people. I don't think it's really attached to a location.
Steve Commits, my favorite Steve, and Digging Deeper Paranormal says he's had both happen to him. Steve, probably our most frequented guest on our channel at this point. Between him, Bill, or Ryan, right? You've experienced both. That's interesting. I think so. I do believe ghosts, spirits, entities can attach themselves to whatever they feel most drawn to. Some spirits and entities might be drawn to people. Some might be drawn to. I think they like emotions. They like interaction, things that make them feel human. So if something reminds them of being human, or a person reminds them, or they like that person,
you really can.
You can read it in their face.
I can kind of see it, sense it in like almost like an aura on the person. Like for me, like I can always not tell if somebody's a guy. I don't want to say, oh, this person's a good person or bad person, but I can always kind of sense it. And I don't know if it's like little tells. But I've always been very good at reading people. And I mean, that might have something to do with it. Like the spirits that like people surround themselves, or the spirits that surround people. You know what I mean? Yep.
Sorry, the Beatles coming after me. Like Jaundice Jim. I would never be one to say I think someone has a demon or demonic entity following them. I don't think I've had enough experience to make that deduction, and I don't get a sense or a feeling. Obviously, if I have someone around me that I don't like and has like negative vibes, like that could just be because that person's a dick, right? But there is the other essence to it where, you know, if something's attached to them, is it feeding off their energy, or is it just causing them so much stress in their life that they feel as though, or they, you know, what they're getting in, they're putting out, right? They're getting negativity in their life, so they're putting out negativity. I think that may be a factor. So, like, somebody could have a negative presence around them, not necessarily demonic, but just because of all the stresses it causes, might give them some, that kind of what you would colloquially imagine as a demonic experience or haunting.
I don't know if it I'm trying to think it for people that I've seen and
I can star comments. I'm going to star that one because I don't know if that does anything, but I starred your comment because I like when people like the way I think.
autism. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing. I don't know when I can kind of get a sense there's only 3 times in my life I've ever got a feeling of dread, or it's almost like a feeling of dread, fear, not even fear, just not feeling well, and it would be around the same people, and I remember this one time when I was this is when I was in probably middle school, I'd say. Yeah, right.
To be fair and to be somewhat debunker and investigatory, is it because that they're a serial killer, right? And are you being front loaded, right? Preloaded, front loaded, yeah.
It's front-loaded.
Where because that person's evil, and then you see them in a picture where they're smiling and laughing, your brain's going, that's wrong, and it signs up all your warning flares on that sociological level, where I think that's evolved in the human brain to kind of detect liars, right? But again, I don't know. I don't experience what you're experiencing, so it might be something more deep. And that's, why I like having these conversations, so we can kind of...
Now, before I was rudely interrupted in the middle of my story,
I had one more thing to say. No.
All right. So I had this buddy, and I would go and I would have this, I would get a weird feeling around him. I mean, obviously he's not a serial killer, so it wasn't that kind of I had a front load of what was going on. But I was sleeping over at his house the one time, and we just got done watching a movie, and I looked at, and it wasn't scary. It was Finding Nemo or something. And I
that movie's terrifying, Jim.
It is. I looked over at his face, and it was a demonic face I saw on his face. His face had it started morphing, and it was just it scared me a lot. And so I mean, I never stayed over at his house ever again after that, but because it just scared me so much when I saw it. And after I saw that though, his life started going down a negative way, different things. I mean, he ended up, I remember after high school, or I mean, he went to juvie, and then he ended up going to jail eventually. After it was just but it was before that, great kid, everything. And then I saw that face, and it still haunts me to this day, but it's just creepy. And you can kind of, and I've only had that vibe off of 3 people in my life,
and I'm one of them.
And I'm one of them.
Yeah, that was premonition-esque, Jim. Yeah, that's interesting. You might be onto something with that. Jim's out here seeing the future, yet we're still poor.
We're still poor.
Give me lotto number.
Super Bowl wins. Be Back to the Future with what's his name?
And to circle back, right, when I was saying how we kind of evolutionarily designed ourselves, there's nothing to say that while we are biologically evolving, that we're not also spiritually evolving, in a sense, where there might be people among us who are good spiritual judges, and there might be people among us who are good society judge, on surface level judgment, right? And I think that's an interesting conversation to have, because I'm a firm believer. Obviously, this is controversial take in some communities. We evolved biologically. I believe we also evolved on a social level. And now I think, there's the questions to be had. Are we evolving on a spiritual level, right? And there's a lot of people in that kind of mind frame or mindset where, higher dimensions of spirituality and stuff like that.
get haunted themselves.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So see, I got ideas, man. I'm always thinking, probably too much. But that's just, this is why we have the podcast. So we can kind of flaunt our ideas out there and see if people are experiencing and thinking of the same thing. So yeah.
I got another question, Sean. Got more questions for the viewers.
I did ask. You're really up to bat, Jim. I was like,
Thank you.
We need to make sure that we can fill all the time. So come up with stuff.
All right, guys. My next question.
Hello, Sarah from Paranormal Blonde. If you do not know, FYI, for everyone else in the chat.
Do you guys think locations absorb trauma, creating hauntings without actual spirits?
I will meander my thoughts while people put theirs in the chat. And also say hello to Nathan.
Hello,
or Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Is Nathan still short for Nathaniel, or is Nathaniel different?
Yeah,
anyway,
no,
it's besides the point. I believe certain properties of land. Ooh, well, here, I think Joseph, echo, right? That's exactly what you're talking about. Things echo emotions and feelings. The clearest apparition I ever saw was 20 years ago. I woke up to a man standing in my doorway with blonde hair, jeans, and a Nirvana t-shirt. Scared. Did you see Kurt Cobain? Someone on their deathbed just confessed to killing Kurt Cobain. I don't know how legitimate that is, but that's also interesting. Nathan is short as well as Nate. I'm just gonna call you Nat though. No.
Yo, it's like Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard.
got our Pokemon reference in. We're good. We're batting 1,000.
Name that Pokemon.
No, we were talking about doing like a name that cryptid.
Yeah,
but that would require more Photoshop than we're willing to do. We already put hours of editing in. There was what looked like an old bloody stain in my dining room. Made me think the place. Oh, interesting. That's not something you want to see in your living room in your dining room or your home. I'm good with that. It wouldn't be the first time. Nate, Nathaniel, not Nat, Nat is what you'd say.
Endog
in the house. Yeah. So what we were talking about with Joe was talking about with echoes here. I think there are certain items and certain things that may be more minerally capable of storing information. And is that information emotional information? Is it like some sort of frequency? I couldn't tell you. But I think like a lot of people talk about like running water. People talk about like quartz and like granite and certain stones having the property to like store information. What a lot of people don't know is there are a lot of like minerals in their everyday products at their houses and stuff like that can also like if this in stone can absorb information and stuff like people have suggested, then your countertop, which might have quartz in it as well, depending on what you have, might also be able to store things. Right?
You almost look at it like the earth is like a hard drive, and like our traumas, our memories is like kind of like the data that it just kind of gets stored in there.
Yeah. So yes, I think trauma becomes stored in organic material. There's a lot of interesting stuff if you go down that rabbit hole where like evolutionarily like trauma is stored in generations of like animals and plants and stuff. So like they'll remember like a great trauma somehow, and they will be more predisposed to avoid things like that in the future. Our bodies are literally made up of things from Earth. More so, they're made up from things from the stars. That's always my favorite. That's everyone's favorite science thing. We're stardust, right? Yeah, everything is everything, right? Carbon, everything's made of atoms and empty space.
Well, what was I saying? You were talking about like the people like it's like the evolution. People like look at the poison dart frogs. I mean, there's a reason they're poisonous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over years,
limestone.
things would. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's evolutionary things, and we can talk about that, but that's not the exact path I was going down.
Well,
Yeah, similar train of thought. Limestone is a great example of something that you consider that naturally gives off small amounts of EMF. Yeah, a lot of things do. And these are types of things that you try to account for when you're a paranormal investigator. One of two ways. Either you try to eliminate the source and say, I know this exists, so I'm going to avoid it so I don't contaminate my evidence. But other people see that and go, this is an area of energy that spirits can use to interact with you, which was, and if Bill is watching from Empty Casket, I'm just quoting him. That was the original purpose of the EMF detectors, was to find high frequencies of EMF and be in there to help experience things. They say past lives are really our ancestors woven into our DNA. So when you are afraid of water, it comes from your lineage.
Or you have rabies.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Afraid of water?
No, that's when you see people foaming at the mouth. It's because their body will not let them drink the water.
Getting back to what Sarah's saying, yeah.
Sorry, Sarah.
Yeah, no, it's hey, we learn something new every day. Yeah, I definitely heard that. I've heard though a lot of past life tends to be like crazy, like people who aren't even related, like conceptually, unless you go back extremely far. But so it continues. It's not a past life.
I mean, like we're looking at like the past life. With Genghis Khan, like a lot of people in China have like that birthmark on their tailbone.
That's actually so. That actually has been traced to someone who wasn't Genghis Khan, but it was in his retinue. So it wasn't Genghis Khan getting around, and he did. But apparently there was like a general or something that was doing all that stuff. But it's only natural that we would be connected on a level that many are not aware of. It is mostly people would accept the possibility of a sixth sense exists. We could unlock unimaginable possibilities. Actually, colloquial science, says that we do have an electromagnetic sense. That is something that is detectable, and we can understand and feel when our EMF field gets disrupted. So when you feel like your hairs standing up on the back of your neck, that's proven by science, by like someone is like literally staring at you, and like there's an exchange between your electromagnetic fields or something along those lines. I might be completely misquoting that, but I have seen like scientific paperwork on that. So like the actual sixth sense that people have, theorized is real. It's not necessarily the psychic sense that people have theorized about, but there is something to it as well. Just pulling up fact sheets and fact sheets and fact sheets. I'm really good at sounding right. It's just, am I actually right though? That's the question. How we doing, boys? Paranormal Theory in the house, guys. If you don't know us, all right, well, you do know us, but if you don't know Paranormal Theory, go check them out. They make great videos. We've collabed with them in the past. They're a great channel. Go follow them, like them. I know we got a lot of YouTubers in chat right now, so do we have the thing on YouTube where, they're a mod. You can post your link.
He is a mod, yeah.
So you can post your link. If I was actually like on YouTube on my screen, I would help all you other people on there post your links. But you know how to find each other's pages. Once I get more proficient in doing all this stuff, maybe I'll figure that out. Yeah, I think we are winding down, but like I feel like we could continue to talk forever. This is supposed to be only an hour show, but we got plenty of people in chat. Waterhorse says hello Paranormal Theory and hey Paranormal Theory. Yep, everyone. They usually, I think Ryan or Nick, I think it's Ryan typically. When do you post your videos? Are you Wednesday now? Do you do Wednesdays for your video, I think? Or you just switch it up whenever it looks good? Or did they just come in and dip?
Dang.
No. Every other Tuesday. Ooh, are we actually competing now? Oof. We went to Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Or wait, no, I think we're alternating Tuesdays though, right? Where I think my podcast comes out when your actual hunt comes out, if I do remember.
Oh, and here we go. Oh, never mind. I was gonna go through the chat and start pushing everybody's stuff through.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go do that, I have 100 different things around me, and I'll jack something up if I start doing that. Okay, so you're doing Tuesday at 7, so that's perfect because we do 9 p.m. So we don't contradict anymore, or I don't think we ever did, but so you can watch Paranormal Theories video, and then take some time, get some dinner, come back, watch our video at 9. See, everything works out. Everything works out as it should in the end.
And here's Paranormal Theories channel.
Boom, yeah. Click that link. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And if you haven't liked and subscribed to this video, or if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you have not liked this video, please do. Helps out with all the metrics and stuff. You guys are mostly YouTubers. You know how it works. And is there anyone else who needs promotion? Steve, are you still here? We can promote your channel too. Waterhorse, I know you're still working on getting content out, but if you all want to subscribe to Waterhorse, you can. I'm sure there are great videos to come very shortly.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. We got it confirmed that if they hit 1 million subscribers, that they have to get a paranormal nut tattoo on their booty. Yeah, no problem, Waterhorse. We're always here to help. You guys are watching us. We want to watch you guys.
Here is Waterhorse's channel.
There she is. We were wondering. We were like, the show's not complete without our favorite #1, day one real fan, Samantha Mauer, or as we colloquially know her as
Mama Mauer.
I don't have a channel, just a Facebook page. Yeah, if you're on Facebook, Digging Deeper Paranormal, Steve likes to do these journal entries where he kind of recounts everything. I love them because they're like a free book I get to read. Like every time Steve goes on a hunt, they're great. Links. Appreciate it. No problem. Appreciate you, Mama Mauer. Hey guys. Hey. So I don't know. We're past all our scripted content. Are we gonna go until people leave? Is that what we're gonna do now? We got 12 people in chat. Why not? Someone just messaged me. Just found out that Sean is short for Parmesan. I'm dying on the inside right now.
That's what it is, right?
This might be my favorite show on the Get Haunted Network. Don't tell Rob. I'm actually wearing the shirt right now, but I won't tell him until I need to tell him.
There is Steven's Facebook page. the Digging Deeper.
Is this? Did you post through Get Haunted? Can you do that?
I'm taking over the network.
I don't think you should be able to do that. Oh, we might get an angry email after this one. Sarah, we can post as Get Haunted. I don't know if we should be able to do that. That's fine. We'll use this power with great responsibility or something. Oh. Yes, he can. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be careful and make sure we don't do it unless we're doing something cool with it. We all get haunted now. I see. I even wore the short. Watch Jennie Wade. Definitely was interesting. Where the little kids touched Jim's hand was where I got the picture of two spirits behind me. Yeah, that room is very active. And we had George and Chrissy in here earlier. And when we did the tour, they were talking about how that entire section right there, people have been seeing crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah. We will be on Paranormal Blonde this Monday.
Yes. We definitely had that in our notes, and definitely we're gonna do
we
that.
did definitely. Yeah.
Well, I think you have most of our brand stuff, but we can send you it again if you need it for any of your stuff. Check out Paranormal Blonde this Monday, I believe 7 p.m. EST. Great show. We get to chat and hang out, and everyone gets to have some good times.
And thanks for the shout. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Thanks for the shout out. Get Haunted.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Jim.
I'm sorry. Go back to Mama Mauer. Go back to Mama
Mauer. Don't yet. Like the Jim's girly scream too. I had it pulled up and we watched it earlier, but I had to leave because I had technical difficulties, and with StreamYard it removes everything. But 7 p EST. Why do people not say PM? It just it bothers me. Not that it actually bothers me, but I have to complain about things, or
he'll die.
Yeah, literally, heart will stop. All right. I mean, we're 5 minutes over. You guys have been wonderful. Jim, do you have any more questions pondering around, or
I do have more questions.
Throw us one more question before we get out of here, because while the people come to see us will, and I know there's not another Get Haunted show on for like 2 hours. So,
all right, next question. What is one piece of evidence you guys have gotten, and you were like, okay, the paranormal's real?
Ooh, one conclusive piece of evidence that you think could change everyone's mind.
That you've gotten that, or more or less gotten you into the paranormal, where you're like, okay, this happened, this is real.
That's a good one. I'll talk about mine because I haven't talked about this too much. So when I started ghost hunting, when I was like 16, 17, psychic medium Katie Manning Hilton, shout out to her, my friend's mom, growing up, we did a seance for somebody who had a recently departed roommate. And we had 3 cameras. You are good. Enjoy the freedom. 11 p.m. EST goes by. Yeah. So obviously tune in. I think it's a rewind, but 11:05 p.m. EST Ghost Buck Radio. Be there. Be square. But we had 3 cameras going, all set up with a light, all kind of set up at like a time interval irrelevant, or not irrelevant. Like in a non-coordinated manner. So like I set mine up, Steve set his up, and so we had 3 cameras going. The question was asked, is anyone here with us? We immediately smelt cigarette smoke, and no one was smoking, but apparently the person who had deceased was a smoker, and they would always smoke in the basement. And then all the cameras and lights cut out instantly all together at the same exact time. And at that point, like it was all fun and games, and who were paranormal investigating. It was at that point when I go, oh, this is like stuff happens, and this is real. All of mine, I've never had a camcorder or DVR.
Like every time the camera's not running.
Just like I didn't have the camera pointed in Jim's general direction. Yeah.
I saw like a lady in white. She looked like she was from like that era. I saw it. I was like, and that's what startled the hell out of me, because there was nobody outside. I went outside. I was going to grab something. I came back in, and I was like, we were chatting, and then I like just looked at the court. Like I looked over for a second. I was like, it just got me.
Mm-hmm. Sean, that sounds very residual intelligent at the same time. Yeah, that's like what really kind of got me like starting to look into what everything meant, like people interacting with stuff, smells, sounds, and things like that, and try to like residual hauntings or intelligent. And that's when I started to really dive into it, right? The best. I don't know what this is in reference to, but whatever it was clearly the best.
We the best.
We are the best. That's what she said. Can confirm without a shadow of doubt. All right. We're 10 minutes over. I don't think we're not doing like another full hour or anything. I think we're good to probably call it for tonight. So just to recap, Jennie Wade, awesome. Ghostly Images, all those people are awesome. All new. Every video will come out on YouTube at 9 p.m. Tuesdays. So that's podcasts, and that's
Hunts.
podcasts and hunts. The after show will always be on Thursday at 8 p.m. Following an investigation.
And then the rewind.
And then the rewind will be the other Thursday when we have a podcast air and we don't have a after show to do. So the rewind, for those of you who don't know, is we are going to be playing some of our older hunts across Facebook on the Get Haunted Network as well to kind of port those over. And for people who haven't been watching our Facebook and been more home on, or haven't been watching our YouTube and are more home on Facebook, that's where they can enjoy all our content. That will start next week with Saxbridge, mine and Jim's first hunt together in Gettysburg. Kind of like, it's like a full circle almost.
Exactly.
Always awesome, guys. No, Steve, you're always awesome.
You're always awesome, Steve.
And it was great hanging out with you as well, Waterhouse. Water
horse.
Oh, not that one. Not that one. Nope. Wrong lo-fi.
Wait.
There it is. Oh,
wait.
And now it's loading. Did you click it at the same time? Did you break it?
No, I didn't click it. Here's a better one.
There it is. No, here we go.
Wait. I'm going to play it.
No, you're not going to play it.
Good night, guys. Love you guys.
Everyone.
Bye.
Stay crazy.